I don't know how much gets cut off on that because doing the recording and noticed this thing shut off on me. Does it every time I flip this thing around, and it's easier for me to do it like this and stop instead of stopping it, flipping it back and forth. Anyway, this is a 96 Nissan Maxima. Got it from my uncle that passed away. Do have to get the title changed over because apparently nobody else wanted it. They offered it to me and I took it, and they said that he messed up the wiring trying to put a radio in. I don't think he actually put a radio in because the crimps and stuff is not his quality of work. He's not mechanically inclined. But one thing I was trying to show on the other video, if I turn the switch on and got that blinker down, you'll see the indicator lights on. Now if I reach down here, just barely press on the hazard switch, then the indicator lights come on. Press it on the rest of the way, they both work. Which tells me I just need to replace that relay. Which is the reason why, though, I tore this apart, because they said he cut wires trying to put a new stereo in. I don't think he actually did do this wiring. Although there is some questionable, because this, on this heavy gauge wire, goes to this thinner yellow gauge wire, which is wired up, and one of them was just kind of sitting like this. But it goes to the memory part of the radio, and the other one was wired to the cigarette lighter, which isn't the way it's supposed to be wired up factory. I did already purchase one online other factory instead of going to the junkyard. I just happened to get on eBay to see if there's a way I can find one, so I don't have to run around in the cold at parts junkyard to cut just a small part of the wiring harness. And luckily they have one. Now I do gonna have to go, because I was pulling this part up and the rest of it just snapped. I didn't have a chance to get up there to start prying it, because you had to pry the bottom part and then the top, and unfortunately that part did break. So I gotta replace the wiring harness on that part, but like I said, I don't think he was the one that cut it, just because I know he's not mechanically inclined. And I was thinking to myself, if he would have done it, this dash would have been in worse shape than what I just got into. The radio stuff came out pretty good. There is one screw apparently missing, but I need to go through it and see if I can find where the original wiring for the cigarette lighter's at, because I'm just going to use it as 12 volt. And where that one wire, this is another reason why, which this ain't the part, where this wire, and it's like I said, it splits off, and like I said, one of those wires just hanging like that with no wire on it. Went to this part. Now that other part that's loose like this, he might have actually done, because there's switches in here that shouldn't be doing it. He's burnt some vehicles up doing those type of wiring. It looks like he was getting ready to do it on this one. But that was run over here, and let's see if I can get you on there. You see that? That's a key switch wire that's bare. That ain't where it's plugged up. It's plugged into these connectors right here, and there's two of them. Actually, there's three right there. One's on the ground, and two of them's on the red and white, which it's not a constant feed, even though that's what that's supposed to run to, is a constant hot. So I'm definitely going to redo all that. I'm going to get that completely correct. Now, there's finally was another video, because here's one remote, and somewhere there is another remote. I don't know which one goes to the radio that's in there. And yeah, since oh, well, here, let me go ahead and break it up. Now, he did have some sketchy wiring on the battery cable, and I had to fix it. Luckily, I was able to fix it with what I had, but oh, it was horrible flying. But cranks up, runs pretty good. Now, the battery did sound a little bit weak, but yeah, it was dead when I picked it up yesterday. Which I'll run it a little bit later, which I was working on that radio part earlier with the door open, just to check some of the wiring. This part now, since the other video got messed up, one thing problem is the tint too dark in the state of Georgia. I'm surprised he didn't get pulled over. I don't think he done it. It looks like probably teenagers had this before, and this is something that he probably did do. The window is down about that much, and what it is it's come off the window regulator. And these are electric windows, so it won't go up and down. I have to pull the door panel off to fix that. Like I said, well, I said earlier, but he does have stickers. I'm not going to show you the very back, because he's got his name on that part, which I will be removing all these stickers. It's got duct tape over here over a hole, and that hole is for the electric antenna, which is in the trunk, but it is messed up. I'm going to see if I can replace that or fix that one. And then up front, of course, you got all these stickers right here, which, like I said, I will be removing. Which, what sucks about having to do all this is all this stuff I want to remove, the tint, these stickers, and here it is. Wintertime has hit us, and hit us hard. It is absolutely freezing. And unlike my other projects, which my truck runs, my car runs, the Beetle, speaking of the Beetle, I'm pretty sure the transmission control unit is bad in it, so I do got one ordered that's coming sometime next week, and I think that's probably it. So it does run, which all of these vehicles actually sitting here do run. I just don't have the title changed over on this one, and I still got to change it over and get it registered on the Beetle once I get that one running. The Jetta, though, I was driving for a doctor's appointment, and it just started feeling like something was broke, like I was maybe having a flat tire, and ended up being, I don't know how good it is to show up on this. I have to be careful so this don't close out. You'll see right on the inside, yeah, I got a bad tire on that, and I have just replaced it, so that rear end is definitely getting worse. But anyway, what I was mentioning, unlike these vehicles, I don't have to get no rush. I can take my time. I've got all of them, well, I got two of them insured where I can drive, and I can easily put the insurance on the other one. And I think the insurance is still on this car from my uncle until they get everything settled and turn it off. I'm not quite sure, but what I was saying is I got time on this. I got a deadline I set for myself to have this car straightened out in the order that will be safe, legal, which it's got brand new tires. The brakes are phenomenal. The engine runs good. There's just those few little small stuff I need to straighten out. Get the tint to make it where it's more street legal. by Christmas. So I got all this stuff I got to remove during the cold season. The Jetta, I still got to put the heater coil in it, and I've been on vacation since Wednesday, and I haven't been able to do nothing on that because of it raining. And yesterday was absolutely cold, and then later on I went, picked up this car, got it home. But yeah, the reason why I got a deadline on this one for Christmas, I got an oldest son that's 16. He hasn't got his license yet. He really hadn't had the enthusiasm, I guess, too much to get it because they only got one vehicle. Well, this I'm planning on giving to him for Christmas. This will be his first car. If he don't want it now, don't get me wrong, if he don't want it, I'll keep it. Thing's got the 3.8 V6. Oh man, it screams too. And it seems to be on good gas mileage, but I only drove it from where the car was to here, which is, I think, 10, maybe 15 miles away. But it runs really good. Only issue I had, I didn't have no way of turning blinkers on. I had to do hand signals. But if I knowed that I could just push it on that switch, I could have fixed that. Other thing I need to do on the truck, I need to wire up the heater fan where I can have heat blowing into it. And right now, if you notice, I got the hood up on the Jetta because I actually got the battery in the back of that Nissan right now because I had to sit in there, which didn't fit. Set it in a way that I could crank it, and then I had to swap the batteries out. Don't like doing that with computerized cars, which that one don't have as much electronics as these two do, the Volkswagens. But I had to do what I had to do. Didn't have jumper cables, didn't have no way of jumping it off at that time. There is a battery charger in the back, but I didn't have time to just sit there and let it charge, and I got to find out if that charger even works. But yeah, I'm up to 4 projects going at one time. One with a deadline that's less than 2 months. There's not really much I need to do. The biggest thing is going to be trying to figure out what I need to do on the title. Watch some videos on YouTube of what steps you need to do. Couldn't find them for my state. Sounds like a long process, which I know there is certain ones. I just got to find out what all the legal matters is, get that changed. Any of y'all know, y'all can always leave it in the comments down below. Send me a message, whatever. I would really appreciate it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this short video about the new project. Probably won't have to do too much. The biggest thing is going to be that door, getting the window fixed, and then removing all that tint. And I might do a video on removing some of those stickers, which just realized something that I didn't realize yesterday. He's got red duct tape right here. Yes, this used to be red. Oh, that light, does it hold? Of course, it's cracked. So he figured, well, I'll put some red duct tape. Alright, so that's something I'll need to do, is replace that because, yeah, I'm going to have this where not only is it going to be my son's first car, hopefully this will be the one he goes learn and gets his driver's license in. So, anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next video.